Thank you for taking the time to watch this important video that we have prepared to guide you along funeral services during this difficult COVID journey that we are praying soon to be over. One of the things that I have noticed in the industry is that currently most funeral homes, and especially on-site cemetery funeral homes, are only allowing 30-minute to 60-minute maximum visitations per family. At Veshos, we are instead extending visitation periods up until 12 midnight in order to not rush your family when the proper time to say goodbye to your loved one is very much needed. This option has been overwhelmingly well received by all of our families, as we understand that most families have not had the opportunity to even be by the bedside of their loved ones at the final moment due to COVID-19. Therefore, this added visitation time will provide the dignity, the reverence, and respect your family and loved ones deserve. At Veshos, we follow all of the guidelines and directives of the Bereavement Authority of Ontario and have maintained an immaculately clean record and conduct respecting all funeral services rules and regulations for over 20 years. We believe at Veshos that whether you are allowed 10 people to a visitation or 110, the same type of service honoring your loved one is necessary because funerals at Veshos do not follow the typical assembly line rhythm, but rather all of our services are custom tailored one at a time. Some ideas that we have implemented since COVID to enhance funeral services are as follows. We have a full live stream system that will allow all your family and friends to be in the visitation room and chapel service with you at all times. Each of our rooms and 3 locations are equipped to keep your funerals alive in the hearts of all of your family and friends at home and as well overseas. We have many funeral family members sharing words of remembrance and or eulogies via live stream at any length of time, and as many members are allowed to speak about their loved ones. We also provide open casket services for family members that have lost a loved one due to COVID-19, maintaining the visitors, the staff, the funeral home facility, and community safe to do so, which is ultimately providing closure and helps with the overall healing process. We always drive by the family home with our funeral procession, as this allows neighbors on the street to come out on their respective properties, maintaining social distancing and offering their final farewell to the deceased and family members, of course, from a distance. We release white doves at the house, which allows the entire neighborhood to remember their lost friend, which helps the grieving process. Flower arrangements in our visitation rooms will also be viewed via live stream, as well as a vocalist and pianist during the chapel service. Canon law states in Article 1177, subsection 1, that the funeral of the deceased member of the faithful should normally be celebrated in the church of that person's proper parish, and in section 2, it states that one may choose another church with the proper notification to the proper parish priest of the deceased. I am told through various priests that oftentimes they are not even aware of the death of their parishioners, because family members arrange funerals at cemetery funeral homes and they are directed to use the priest that is in-house without even contacting the deceased parish priest. The reason for this is that the in-house priest could be very charismatic and will promote the cemetery funerals more than the local parish priest. At Veshos, we believe again in following the church's guidelines and rules, and calling your local priest is a must at the time of a loss and at the time of the funeral preparations. In summary, once again, I would like to conclude that Veshos is proud to be known for our 5-level star service and have built a reputation for its attention to detail and elaborate, dignified funeral services for your loved ones. Cheap is not always the right answer when we are looking at burying those who have sacrificed their entire lives for what we have today. At Veshos, we are not cheap, but we are fair and honest and affordable, and always are giving back to the community through our luxurious renovations, our army of staff ready to serve you right from when you park your car in our parking lot until when we call you a year later to attend your loved one's memorial service. Our clientele know us, and we know them. Come visit us and see for yourselves. Our generation and level of service will never change, regardless of the changes in our world. If you are looking for a respectable, dignified, and top quality service, come visit the leaders in the industry who are always being imitated but can never be compromised. Why? Because we are a family devoted to funeral services. My wife, my son, and my daughter, as well as all of our experienced staff, we are all here to be trusted with no shortcuts. And it's not all about the money. It's about the service and the reputation. May God bless you and all of your families during this time of COVID. Thank you for listening and watching.